MLB The Show in the future will need to make some serious changes, by the way, and I'm adjusting my hat. It was a little messy. And I will say this, for those that don't know me, my name's Aaron or ajmarkle, and I've been playing MLB The Show 25. Now, even though I play on the Switch, a game console that basically is, well, the Switch basically is not as up to date with the graphics compared to like Xbox or PlayStation. It's still a game I recommend if you're just getting into MLB The Show, but I do have my own predictions about what could eventually happen to MLB The Show games in the future. And there's a few on my mind, so I want you to listen. So let's start with number 1. There may not be more games for the Switch in the future. Granted, there's the Switch 2, but the way Nintendo hasn't always been up to date with graphics and everything, they would have to do something unimaginable to catch up with the competition. And considering the fact that Xbox and Sony have better graphics than Nintendo, it won't be long before, in my prediction, they will not be offering it for the Switch or a Nintendo console. Because they did that with EA Sports Football. They might do it with MLB The Show. That's my thoughts. Another thing that needs to happen though is, or I hope would happen, in theory, they need to probably bring in voice actors for MLB The Show. The reason is because I think if they bring in voice actors, it will show more interaction with players, coaches, and even other players. Heck, maybe you can even have Corey Seager voice act. Give players a resume on being a voice actor as well. I think personally though, when it comes to voice acting in general of MLB The Show, I think it'll definitely bring more interaction with the players and everything. And it'll also help out a lot with Grow the Show, which that's the big thing. Another thing that needs to probably be addressed is sometimes when they release a game or they have a new patch and everything, it's still buggy. That's gonna happen to any game, especially when you do games that involve MLB The Show in general. And honestly, they still have those struggles. And crossplay, thankfully, is still a thing, but there's always some bugs. Another thing that I think needs to be more addressed, they need to bring more legends on baseball. I think they need to bring Barry Bonds. I think they need to bring in Pete Rose, Shoeless Joe Jackson, just to name a few. To be honest, it was just recently that Pete Rose and several other people got removed from the banned list. And who knows who will be next. And who knows who will be next to go to the Hall of Fame. And that is basically something I will add on. With more legends to the game though, it'll definitely be something to behold. Another thing I think should be added on is more story modes. I mean, I love the Negro Leagues story modes, by the way. That is a story mode game where you can play as players who are in the Negro Leagues and their history behind it and see how they actually address these players in terms of their talent and how you play to get more rewards and stuff like that. It like cards, bats, and even skins for the bats. Those are just some of the things out there, but they had the Derek Jeter one in the last year and 2023 MLB Road to Show, where it showed his complete journey, like Hall of Fame journey. And I think they need to bring those back. I mean, they need to bring more Hall of Fame players back. Who knows what next year will bring? Pete Rose's milestones, Hank Aaron's milestones, Babe Ruth's milestones, even more of Jackie Robinson's milestones. Who knows what they should bring back? I think the more storylines they bring, the more they can basically make it fun and enjoyable for a lot of people. The other thing I will say is that I think it'll be rewarding for players to feel like when they play something, they unlock something a lot more and not feel these advertisements pressuring them to buy like studs or in-app purchases basically, or microtransactions on MLB The Show. I mean, I've done at least 3 of those myself, but it doesn't mean I have to. I wanted to. There is a difference. Another thing I think that needs to be added to MLB The Show probably in the future is, well, I believe Diamond Dynasty could be better. I mean, I think So with the mini games and everything, it's a good start. And I think with more MLB The Show Diamond Dynasty stuff, it'll be cool to get more cards that people can play, that you could build and boost your team up as you continue on. I'm sure by now you guys probably played it, and I'm sure you guys probably would tell me, Aaron, there's already some of those out there, you might want to chill a bit. And yes, you'd be right, but there's one minor thing they need to fix. They need to make it to where they don't want to make you feel like, oh, you don't get these cards. You can get it if you go to the marketplace or you get more studs. No, we don't need that. And sometimes I think if we miss a few cards, they don't need to erase like the first inning XP and all that to make you feel like you missed out. That's just something that I think could be better. Now that part is out of the way, we kind of need to get to my conclusion, basically. My conclusion is MLB The Show 25 is a good game. My conclusion is it's a great game that, in terms of like grow the show and even some of the better stories and maybe even some of the better programs they post on weekly and Challenge of the Week. But in the end, though, when it comes to certain consoles like Nintendo Switch or Switch 2, I don't think they're going to have much time left to have MLB The Show. I think they're going to have to eventually stick with Xbox and Sony and maybe go to PC at this point. Maybe figure out a way to make a deal with like Steam or something to get online, because I know they have RBI Baseball on Steam, and I never really owned an RBI Baseball game. I played it before, and its graphics are basically very stressed, so you will never know that the graphics are that good. If you know, you know. And to me, I made my decision that next year, when MLB The Show 25 gets replaced by the next model of MLB The Show, it will not be on the Switch. I'm mostly looking at one of the two consoles out there, which are either PlayStation or Xbox, because it will be cool to finally get more features like build a stadium. It will be cool to get more features like that. And it'll be also cool to be able to be more creative with what I can do. Heck, I would love to create a stadium again. And honestly, I don't have the funds to get a new console right now. I mean, YouTube isn't a full-time job. Not yet, anyway. Lord willing, it will be. And also, I am very glad to where I'm at right now. I'm just hopeful that there will be much bigger and better things for me. Now, that will be it for this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, please let me know your thoughts in the comments below, because when you comment, it basically helps the algorithm. And liking the video helps too. Anyway, I'm signing off. God bless you, rock. Don't forget it.